Hello, everyone, and welcome to P-Bolic Notes. My name is Michael Kirkchin, and today is Wednesday, April 27, 2022. Thanks so much for coming to my channel. The topic for today for me is to look at really what's going on at the cryptocurrency space. Also, compare what's going on to the cryptocurrency space to what we're seeing on the S&P 500 and also on the NASDAQ composite. Because really we are in a risk-off environment right now, and that's why it looks like over the next little while things could be a little more bumpier than what we've seen, and it's important for us to kind of stay in the zone and stay the course and not get too I guess affected by what we're seeing around us in this kind of a bearish and negative environment. I'd like to show you some charts tonight. And before I get started, please, this is just a quick disclaimer for me. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. There's nothing that I'm sharing with you here that will be considered as financial advice. Before you take any action in this space, do your own research. So let's get started, and let me share with you my computer screen and show you exactly what I'm looking at right now. The first thing I'd like to share with you is to take a look at quickly at what's going on with the NASDAQ composite. And obviously, since there's this very important correlation right now with Bitcoin and also with the NASDAQ and the tech stocks, what that means is that as we see a kind of a risk-off environment where on the macro scale, people start selling technology stocks and people start selling growth stocks, then all of a sudden, this has also a negative impact on our cryptocurrency space as well. And all this really started out probably, I mean, it looks like if you look at the NASDAQ chart, obviously it's very easy to look back and understand what's going on. We see here, well, on November 19th, the NASDAQ was at 16,000 points, and now it's around 12,000. So all of a sudden, we've had this this massive, I guess, kind of, I mean, it has definitely been a bearish environment, and we've seen NASDAQ go down quite a bit. I mean, that's around 25% drop in that little while. But really, if we look at what has been going on with the U.S. 10-year treasuries, we kind of get a good idea, because as the interest rates go up, this has a very catastrophic effect on technology and growth stocks. And we see that really, that all this started happening really as of August of last year. So if you look at August of last year, what the 10-year treasuries were doing in the US, they were approximately around 1.4%, really. And then as we fast forward a bit, this was around November 29th. So you see, really, I mean, if we look at, it's really not a coincidence that the NASDAQ had its really pretty much its all-time high right about here, which was at November 19, 2021. And if we look at what the US Treasuries were doing, right here at this chart, the US Treasuries starting really around that period. From September, it was approximately at 1.38%. And then October, it was at around something in the range of 1.56%. And here we were, November, we're right here at 1.37%. Of course, we know what happened with the US is that the Federal Reserve wants to start fighting inflation, and they started increasing I guess their overnight rate. And what that did was obviously the bond market started taking a heads up and started taking a lead on the Fed hikes that were going to be coming over the next couple of quarters. So they started increasing the rates themselves, kind of preempting the Fed at their own game. And obviously, this has been quite catastrophic, because if we see what's going on, the 10-year treasuries have gone from around 1.37% really in this short little while, from November until April. Now they're in the range of 2.8%. So this has really been a doubling of the 10-year treasuries. So of course, at the same time, what this did to the NASDAQ took a massive hit in the same period, going down from 16,000 points all the way down to 12,000 points right now. So obviously, if the US Treasuries stay here, or if they keep on, I mean, if they keep on going higher, it's going to be more catastrophic for the NASDAQ. But if they kind of stay in this space, or if they go lower, we would anticipate, I mean, we would hope that this would have a positive effect on the NASDAQ. Of course, what this did at the same time is, if we go look at what Bitcoin has done in the same time periods, is that if we go and take a look at where it was around November, we're at this range of 65,280 points with Bitcoin. Now, why is this very important? Is because Bitcoin dominance with this cryptocurrency space is still hovering around 42%, meaning that what Bitcoin does has a direct correlation on the entire cryptocurrency space. And if we look at what's going on with Bitcoin, so over here, as of last November, we were in a range of 65,000 points. And today, we are hovering around 40,000 points. And of course, as you recall from some of the first previous videos that we've done together, is that whenever Bitcoin is below its 20-week SMA and a 21-week EMA, this is one thing that we've learned from Ben Cohen's channel as well, is that whenever Bitcoin is below its 20-week SMA and a 21-week EMA, first of all, it's very bearish for Bitcoin. At the same time, it's also very bearish for the altcoins, for the other coins, such as the Solanas, the Avalanches, the Ethereums, and so forth. So there's another chart that I'm looking at also right now. It's going to be also the 10-week, or I guess the 10-period exponential moving average. And let me show you why that's also very important to look at in this space. This here are the moving averages for Bitcoin. And then the blue chart is going to be the 50-week moving average. The yellow is going to be the 100-week moving average. And the purple is going to be the 200-week moving average. Now, if we start paying attention to this green one over here, this one is the EMA 10, which is going to be the 10-week exponential moving average. What exponential means is that it's putting more weight on the more recent days or the more recent weeks than it was doing for the prior weeks. Now, the reason why I find this very important is that it just seems to be that it's ultra accurate with how the actual Bitcoin's price has been moving. Because as we look at what's going on with the EMA 10, we see that whenever Bitcoin was above the EMA 10, things were very bullish. And when Bitcoin was below this EMA 10, things were very bearish. And you see right over here, it changed, Bitcoin became bullish again. So right over here, it was bearish. So why is this very important? Because I'm looking at what's going on over here. So right now, if I look at what we're doing right about here, we see that the EMA 10 on the weekly for Bitcoin is, we're below this EMA 10, the exponential moving average. At the same time, we're also below this 50-week moving average. And at the same time, if we go over here into the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA, we see we're below that as well. So myself looking at all this, I get the impression that really we're still in a very bearish environment for Bitcoin. So when I see this, I kind of get the sense that things may stay like this, or things may become even more bearish. I'm not seeing how things could become bullish for Bitcoin in this exact environment for the immediate future. So what I'm looking for is a number of different things. Now, number one thing I'm trying to see is that if we can actually get above this 20-week SMA and a 21-week EMA, somehow like this. And then the other thing that I like to see is if I go to what Bitcoin is doing with this, let's find that chart again, with this exponential moving average. I will remove this drawing so that we can look at it better. So I would like to see Bitcoin go above this EMA 10 as well. So once Bitcoin's price goes above this EMA 10, then it's going to be also a better signal. So that's why for the immediate time, for the immediate next little while, I'm anticipating things to still stay bearish and to potentially either stay like this or get worse. I'm not anticipating Bitcoin to be going really in a bullish trend until we get over these humps. So let's keep a close eye on all this space and see how things go forward. And let's hope that things change really on a macro with interest rates, of course, and as well with the NASDAQ composite, because those seem to have a direct correlation for right now on our Bitcoin space as well. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.